Okay, so guys, if you have you can put your journals in your backpack or you can just carry your journals. We're just going to keep moving just to stay warm. This is the W.I.L.D class, and we are out at Bow Valley Provincial Park, grouse group campsite, and the kids are here learning camping skills as well as learning about water and how to live on the land and appreciate the land. I'm Nancy Pollard, and I'm a teacher at Manachaban Middle School. The W.I.L.D program, I think I started it in about 2013, and it was with my principal at the time, and I had said that I really just want to take kids outdoors. I want to be outdoors, I want to take kids outdoors. Just having that connection to nature is so important, and that's why I started it, and we've been running it now for 8 years. I want you guys to find a spot, and that spot is going to be away from anyone else, and then your journal entry is going to be, I've already told you guys, bears, okay? The difference between a black bear and a grizzly bear. W.I.L.D stands for Wisdom, Inquiry, Learning and Doing, and it's a program where getting kids outdoors and learning in an authentic way, hands-on. For so many kids, sitting in the classroom just doesn't work, and especially this age group. And so the W.I.L.D program is to not only do the hands-on authentic learning, but also just to get them outside, reconnecting with nature, having that appreciation for nature, because then without that appreciation, they're not going to have that connection to really protect it and respect it and nurture it. Do grizzly bears climb trees? Every bear climbs trees, and it is a myth to think that a grizzly bear does not climb a tree.
I wanted to be in the W.I.L.D program because I wanted to have a better connection with the outdoors, and I just like being outside, and it's probably a better learning environment than being inside the classroom.
My sister took the program, so she was talking to me all about how she loved it and stuff and what she was doing, so that got me very interested. So I wanted to do it because I love being outdoors, and I love hiking and rock climbing, and I thought that Miss Pollard could help teach me more about the outdoors.
The deer had just eaten a tiny candy wrapper. So it's really important, even little tiny things like this, we just have to make sure we pick them up. We spend a lot of time talking about plastics. At the end of the year, we do an environmental action project where the kids sort of throughout the year think about what action they are going to do. And we talk a lot about how they can not use plastic and use other things. So we talk a lot about respecting the land and not taking from the land. And if we do take anything from the land, to give back. I don't allow any bottled water in my classroom. And so we talk about why that is.
Miss Pollard talks all about water and how we preserve it and how to use it in good ways. So I went home the day we learned, and I told my family all about saving water and taking shorter showers. Also, she talked a lot about plastic water bottles. So my family is not buying plastic water bottles anymore, and she's definitely helped us to save our plastic.
Okay, grade 8s, I need your attention here, please. So we have two people that have come to visit you, to share knowledge with you, and I would like to introduce to you Daryl and Ariel, and I am very, very thankful that they have come today, and they have come here to share knowledge. So this 3-day trip, we will be hiking up that mountain, Lookout Mountain, tomorrow. And the kids learn how to hike, how to work in groups, how to build relationships. And I really feel strongly that we need to learn from the First Nations and how, their ancestors lived here. And so we're here to learn from some First Nations from this area, Stoney Nakoda, and learn about water, learn about how we can help to protect and respect and nurture water.
And we want you guys right now to close your eyes, and I want you to think about what makes you happy. I want you to think about that place somewhere in your life that you're able to just be free, whether it's outside, maybe it's in a different province, maybe it's in a different city, maybe it's indoors. And I just want you to really vision and look around in that place. You know, what do you see on the wall? Is it warm? Is it cold? And I just want you to try hard to go into that place as we sing this song.
There's a big change. I mean, obviously, physically and mentally, they grow up. They don't take things for granted. I mean, students came home from the last canoe trip and they're like, wow, I mean, I'm so thankful to have water coming out of this tap, you know, because we had to filter our water at camp. And I'm so thankful that I don't need to eat off the floor because, you know, we were sitting on the ground cooking on the stoves. And so they start to really appreciate more sort of who they are and what they have.
I love going on all the new adventures that I've never been on. Like, I've never been on a canoe trip, and that was so much fun, and we learned all about like the nature and the scenery, and it was so much fun.
Overall, it's a really good program, and I feel like the people who didn't go in the WILD program are really missing out.
You don't want to leave anything out. You don't want to leave anything, any food in your tent. Get yourselves organized. You want to make sure that you have a ground sheet. I really would love more teachers to get their kids out and get their kids outdoors and doing things. And there's lots of teachers that do it, for sure. I think that it needs to come from administration. It also maybe needs to come from Alberta Ed to say, you know, we need to have more programs like this happening. I was able to do a canoe trip this year with the students, and that was, I think, the most incredible trip, and I'd love to be able to keep doing it. I think I'll be able to do it next year too with this grant money. It should run that far, and being able to do these experiences, being able to take these kids to areas that they may never get to ever again, but at least letting them experience things that they've never experienced before, like a canoe trip through the Badlands of Alberta was amazing, and the grant money went towards that, as well as some of our equipment. I had to buy bigger tents because of COVID time so that they could sleep socially and physically distanced, and so I used some of the money for that as well. I think the biggest tip is just get outside and connect with nature and learn to appreciate nature and understand why we need to look after it. All right, good job, you guys.